Welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am combining two hops into one. This is my weekly Scraplift Crafternoon hop that I hostess here on my channel every week with my tribe. We are scraplifting Lisa Brooks, and I am going to post her gorgeous layout up here in the corner for you. It is a 2-page layout, makes my heart happy. I have a couple of 2-page layouts that I need to get finished, so that is helping me finish up some of my Christmas from 2016. I am also going to be scrapping along with MK Gunn and Janet Fritz for Woodgrain in Winter, and our prompt is, of course, all month of December when we hop along with them. I believe they're posting on Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think it's Friday. And your layouts have to have wood grain and winter. It's pretty awesome. Helps you use up some of this wood grain that I've been hoarding. I am using some crepe paper collection. This is mostly mistletoe and mittens. I'm not sure where this particular set of thickers came from, and I'm not even sure I'm going to use it. This is from Ali Edwards. And then I have some chipboard and some thickers and some various bits and pieces from this collection that I want to try to play with. So I'm going to pause this video. We're going to get started. There's my photos. They are a different size than Lisa's, but I am going to make this work. So I'm going to pause. We're going to get started. I will be right back. All right, so right off the top of the head, I'm going to tell you I have a little bit of a struggle bus with the background. I usually have the layout that I'm lifting up where I can see it, and I didn't, and I ended up reversing some of the background papers on the left hand side, and I will fix that off camera. But for now, I am measuring stuff using my trimmer. This piece of paper ends up being 8 by 10, and at first I put it down like this, and I'm like, what's going on here? Why is this wrong? This doesn't look long enough for my photos. Why is this wrong? And then I realized it's because I need to flip it this direction and add a piece of the pink. So I'm just measuring here to see what size I have, so that when I go to cut things, I don't cut too much and I get things the right size, because I don't have 2 of all of these papers. I just have 1 of some of them. So this piece here, this 12 by 12 piece, I'm going to cut off 2 by 12 borders for this layout. They're going to be, 1 is going to be on the left side, 1 will end up being on the right side. And then I'm going to flip this piece of paper over, and I'm going to use the B side. I'm measuring again. I'm kind of double checking my measurements before I cut, because apparently my brain is all off kilter today and I'm just not thinking straight. So I want to make sure that everything works. So this plaid side of this paper is going to end up being on the far right of the left hand side, but initially I do glue it down incorrectly, and I will fix that off camera. And this is where I goof right here. I should have butted the plaid up against that far left side or far right side of the left hand page, and I didn't. But again, I fixed that off camera. It doesn't end up being that big of a deal. And here's where I'm like, what's going on? Things aren't cut right. But I'm going to go ahead and glue things down, because, you know, that's just how I roll. So I put the plaid side down. It doesn't go all the way to the far left, and I'm just going to make up for that by putting the pink side down, and then I'm going to start tucking in my borders. Now, once I get the borders glued down on the right hand side, and that's what you're seeing me do here, I'm going to glue down these borders. And I'm using that left hand side to go ahead and give me a guide so that they're even on both sides. You will also notice that I have washi taped the middle of my layout together to my mat, so that things end up being even on both sides, or as even as possible, because I am not measuring anything. I am just gluing things down, and I'm eyeballing all of this. So once I get the right hand side background down, once I get the little 2-inch border on that far right, I'm going to have a little bit of my borders sticking out on that side. And on the left hand side, I really needed a full 12 by 12 border, and I didn't have that. So what I end up doing here, I'm just trying to figure out what did I do wrong, and then I realized, whoa, I needed to trim this down. So I went ahead and I cut the excess off the right hand side, and I just glued it down to the left hand side, and that gives you the illusion that the border goes all the way across on that left hand side when it really didn't. And that's just kind of how I fixed it. The other mistake that I did is that plaid piece should have been 6 by 10, and it's 6.5 by 10. And so I've got a border of it all the way around, and I'm not liking it. Here I am just kind of playing with placement, and I realize I'm gonna have to take it off camera, and I'm gonna have to fix this by matting it. So I pull another sheet of this paper from my Christmas collections, and I use, it's a pink with a weird dash, like almost like snow falling on it. And I use that to mat that grid of 4 photos. So I have decided on my title. I'm going to take it from these puffy stickers, and it says Happiest Holidays. And I'm going to use the banner, the little red banner that is above that I haven't pulled off yet. And that says Holly Jolly. So my full title ends up being Holly Jolly Happiest Holidays. It's a mouthful. The other thing I did when I shut the camera off to fix my background was I went through some of my embellishments to make some decisions off camera so that you wouldn't have to watch me go through all of the ephemera. And I didn't end up using a single piece of the ephemera. So I'm playing with the photos here, trying to decide where I want things, and I realize that the photos are out of order. I want the photos of me holding unopened presents on the left side and photos of me holding opened stuff on the right hand side. So I have that circle that is an Allie Edwards piece from one of her kits. I believe it's from her Joy kit way back in the day. And so I'm putting that there. I am also using that Woodgrain heart there. That is a gift from my friend Daisy. Hello, Daisy, if you're watching. And I'm pulling off a couple of the stars from the puffy stickers because Lisa had some stars and stuff on hers. But I end up putting another cluster above my photos, and the reason why I do this, although it wasn't this way on Lisa's, is because my photos are smaller than hers. They don't take up as much real estate, and I feel like there's too much blank space up top, so I went ahead and added more space up top. All right, I got my layout completely finished. I'm quite pleased with the way that this turned out. I loved the composition of Lisa's layout. I loved how she was able to get quite a few photos on her page, and I love the way that she cut down her pattern paper and all of that, and I'm very pleased with the way that mine turned out. I was able to stay fairly true to her layout considering I have different photos or different sizes of photos and more of them, and a different composition as well. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate all of you who come here and leave me comments and hit that like button. You guys make my day when you leave comments. I enjoy reading your comments, and if you have any questions about this layout, you can drop those below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Please check out my description box below my video. The playlist for this week is listed down there, as well as our individual YouTube channels and Instagram accounts. The ladies that I hop along with each week for Scraplift Crafternoon are incredibly talented, wonderful creators, and you will get a lot of inspiration if you just go check out their YouTube accounts and their Instagram accounts. They're amazing, and I am so pleased that I am able to hop along and play with them each week for this hop. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I hope that you guys had a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.